time to play golf. If you're a person that gave up golf because the golf was boring or hard to learn kind of a game, or you might be someone who's a beginner who wants to learn golf and you're going to Golf Channel to understand more about, the beginning concepts of golf. Or you could be a parent with children who you really want them to understand how to learn golf in a fun way. This program's for you. These are introductory, fun to learn golf lessons with a little twist. The twist is I added a little bit of art to fundamental golf concepts so it would be easier for me to teach you how to understand the fundamentals of golf. Hi, I'm your host, Nancy Dunn-Kato. I'm an LPGA teaching professional for the past 17 years in sunny Long Beach, California. Back when I was trying to learn golf, the game was really hard and frustrating for me, and so I became a teaching professional because I wanted to make learning the game easier for anyone to learn in a fast, fun way. So let's get started. The concept that I'm going to go over today is rotation back to the target. So many people have a hard time understanding that when you're at the top of your backswing, what do you do to get to the ball properly and move the ball forward to the target? So to understand this, we're going to go over this concept of rotation to the target in 6 easy steps or pieces of a puzzle, you might say. So let's get started on piece number 1. Piece number 1 of rotation to the target is about golf is like a clock. Basically, I'm a right-handed player, so right between my 2 feet is 6 o'clock. Up here is 12, but over here is my 9 o'clock, and over here is my 3 o'clock. If golf is like a clock, you need to keep it equal for rotation. So let's say if I take it back to thigh, to rotate properly, I should go on over to the other thigh to make it equal. If I go from hip, I would be rotating over to hip, and that would be good rotation because you don't want to ever stop at the ball because that's not equal rotation. You want to be accelerating through the ball. If you are up at shoulder, the rotation that you need to do is to concentrate not to stop at the ball, but to concentrate on rotating over to the other shoulder. And that would make it equal, and you would be more like golf is like a clock. So let's move on to piece number 2. This is puzzle piece number 2, gravity play. Basically, you understand that what goes up must come down. But what if I drop, with the idea of gravity, what if I drop the pink ball and the green ball? Which one's going to come up more than the other one? So here we go. Here's a pink one, here's a green one. I'm sure you already know that the green one went higher, but you need to understand that gravity is a big piece of the golf swing. The club falls down on the ball, and you need to know what's going to happen to the ball because of it. So let's move on to puzzle number 3. This piece is about a descending blow on the ball. For the kids, I like to put a little face on the ball so they can give the ball a headache. But really, you don't hit down on the ball. The club falls down on the ball. The misunderstanding that people have is that they're trying to help the ball up. You don't help the ball up. The ball gets up because of the descending blow, or we were talking about gravity, falling. Well, the club's gravity is falling on the ball, and the ball pops up. So let's give it a go. Oh, there it goes. So did you see how when the club was falling down on the ball, it popped up? That's the descending blow that everyone talks about, where your weight would be transferring to the target foot because of good rotation. Oh. This piece is about bottom of the swing. There's an A side behind the ball and a B side ahead of the ball. Good rotation happens when the club is able to fall down on the ball and take a descending blow ahead of the ball. If I was to pick up my target foot, my weight would go to the A side, and the bottom of the swing would be on the A side. If I was to pick up my back foot, or A foot, the bottom of the swing, because of the weight, is now transferred over to the B side. Good rotation, if you're doing it properly, your weight transfers to the target foot, the club falls in a descending blow, and the divot's taken ahead of the ball. This piece is understanding that your club is like a flat surface. When I was learning, this really helped me make golf really super simple. So, if you were to understand that there's a club, your club that you're holding it's not just round, it's flat, you can start seeing there's a top to it and a bottom to it, just like there's a stick. Here's the top and here's the bottom. If you line that up with the top of your club, you can kind of see how it's going to line up to the leading edge of your club. Your club is no longer just a round object, it's a flat surface that you can understand how it's going to affect the ball. You don't want to worry about the loft, you just want to worry about flat surface you're holding and make golf much easier. So, you got to see how the club is like a flat surface. What if we take instead of the club, we look at motion or rotation to the target with a tennis racket? What if I was to take, as I'm going through to the target from the back side to the target side, and I had my back shoulder getting closer or scrunching to the back hip? Watch what happens to the club face. And if we're doing motion to the target like this, the ball is going to go higher. If you're taking motion to the target and you're scrunching your target shoulder to your hip side, look what happened to the club face. It's seeing down. So guess where the ball is going to go? Down. If you are doing motion and you want the ball to go a long way, you have to remember that there's no scrunching that you want to do. You want to just keep your shoulders level from the back side to the forward side. And you would have complete more distance and more comfortable rotation and body finish. The last piece we want to understand is making proper motion music. So if we are going to be making motion from the back foot to the target foot, we definitely don't want to keep our music stopping where it would stop on the back foot. So imagine if you are making that motion that we talked about with the tennis racket. If your back shoulder does go down and it gets closer to the back hip, your weight's going to stay back. You're going to hit behind the ball. You're going to have a fat shot, and it won't be a very motion to the target. Your motion and your music is staying on the back foot. What you want to be able to do is create motion that's level to your hips and making music to the target. Okay, let's tie all the pieces together that we've learned so far. When you want to be like a clock, you want to understand, we understood that you want to go from the right shoulder, accelerating evenly to the other side that's equal, not ever stopping at the ball, or your rotation will change. The other thing you want to understand is when you're at the top of the swing, you want to make good motion music and not scrunching and keeping your music blocked on the back side. When you make good motion music, the club is going to be square like a tennis racket where it's not going to go up or down. Your weight's going to the target foot. The club is going to be falling a little bit later with gravity right on the ball's head, giving it that headache on the target foot or the B side. There's your descending blow. And you're going to have the feedback is going to be ahead of the ball. Your weight went left. You're going to be able to go and have level rotation to your target, and you're going to have a nice ball that goes far, and you're going to have a nice, comfortable finish. I hope you can take the pieces that we've talked about and piece them together to make good rotation to the target. I'm Nancy Dunn-Kato, helping you make golf easier and more fun. Hi, this is Nancy Dunn-Kato with a web tip. When you're on the putting green using a putter to propel a ball close to the hole or in the hole, do you use a one-piece motion? Do you understand what a one-piece motion is? I'm a teacher that uses art combined with golf to help my students understand the golf fundamentals to make them easier. So this is a motion picture that I created to help my students understand fundamental aspects of putting. This teaches 7 things, and one of which is the one-piece motion. When your hands move the putter to propel the ball forward, it's just a small muscle and it will break down under pressure. What you want to do is use your big muscles of the shoulders to move the arms, to move the hands, to move the putter in one-piece motion back and one-piece motion forward. An easy game that you can play is to take the flowers, some flower stickers, you put them on the target forearm, you take a tee and you're going to put it in the top of the putter and you're going to point it up at the flower, and we're going to water, the tee is like a hose, and we're going to water the flowers. You take it back, you take it forward, and you hold your finish, and you still see if you're still squirting your flowers. So remember, this is a fire hydrant and this is a hose. Put the hose in the hole, go raid your child's toy box, get a flower sticker, and put it on the target forearm. What you want to do is water your flowers on the way back, water your flowers on the way forward, hold your finish and look and see if you're still watering your flowers. And if you do, you are starting to grow a great putting stroke. Have fun.